Hello everybody, I'm Joey Trombley and welcome to another edition of Talkin' Business. On the camera is the founder of Hometown Cable himself, Calvin Castine, and today our travels have taken us to Route 11 to the VFW. It's by the Twin Bridges as I knew it growing up, and matter of fact the road over there leads to Perry's Mills, my old hometown, so I'm not too far away from where I grew up. But today we're going to be going inside to learn a little more about the VFW and what they have to offer and what it's about. And it is the 15th of March, 2012. Last Wednesday, Calvin, was a little bit warmer than it is today, but it's not too bad. And we're only 2 days away from St. Patty's Day of 2012. And Calvin and I will take the camera and this mic and we'll head inside to meet a couple guys inside the VFW. And we have made it inside, and to my left I have Ken Peets, Linda Armstrong, and Dave Pickering with the VFW. And Ken, if you kind of tell us what your role is here with the VFW?
I'm the House Committee Chairman. I oversee everything that goes on in the club here. And Linda is my club manager. She takes care of the bar part and all that stuff. And Dave is my right-hand man. He's on the House Committee.
On the House Committee too?
Yes.
Okay, and now the VFW stands for the Veterans of Foreign Wars?
Yes.
Okay. Now what do people have to do to become a member of the VFW?
They have to have been in a foreign war.
So it is strictly the foreign war in a foreign land.
Yes.
So it's not even peacetime military cannot join the VFW?
No.
Okay. And how many members strong are you right now?
We're just about 300 right now.
And is it just locally here, or is it from all over the area?
All over. There's some from Colorado, there's some from California that used to live here and they want to belong here.
Mm-hmm. And how many local members are there?
I really don't know.
Probably most of them.
Yeah.
CZ, Moores, Ross's Point.
So all the northern tier?
Yes.
Do you have any from Plattsburgh, or are they more of the VFWs down in that area?
We have a couple from Plattsburgh.
Okay.
Yes.
So they can you belong to more than one VFW?
No.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
You can transfer from one to another.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And is this open to the public, this facility here?
This facility down here, yes.
Down
This
here?
is open to the public.
Okay.
Yeah. The
No.
upstairs, no.
Okay, so there's an upstairs here.
Yes.
They're strictly to the membership.
Right.
Okay. Now, you're the manager here, Linda.
Yes.
What are the hours here for the VFW?
VFW, we're open at this point right now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This month, we're open the month of March because we cater to the quick draw. They have quick draw extra,
Okay.
and this month is Wednesday, so we're open from 4 till like 10 on Wednesday of this month. Thursdays, we're open from 2 to closing. We serve food from 5 to 8.
Okay.
Friday, we're open at noon to closing, and we serve food from noon to 8.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday, we open at noon.
Until and when?
Closing.
And closing is when the last person leaves?
That's right.
That's pretty much how it goes. Now, obviously, we're in Lenten season for the Catholics that are out there. Do you guys offer any kind of perch fry or anything like that?
We're very heavy on perch fries Thursday and Fridays. We're serving a very large amount of fish.
Right
And we have other stuff on our menu too, but we do
Right.
cater to the fish.
But I'm assuming that Thursday and Friday is pretty popular.
Yes,
And it's
very.
about 180 dinners between the 2 nights.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that popular?
Yeah.
Now, what's your dinner price for a perch dinner right now?
A perch dinner, you get perch, coleslaw, a roll, butter, and French fries, and it's $9.25.
Okay, excellent.
And you get a half a pound of perch. The guy weighs every
Half a pound of
every
perch?
portion.
That's a big portion.
Yeah.
So they don't go away hungry
No.
when they leave. Okay. So it's open to the public, and then I'm assuming that you also have events here, weddings,
Yes.
anniversaries, those type of situations?
We have weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, all of that,
Okay, and then if somebody was going to have a wedding here, reception, or an anniversary, what's the lead time? It would probably be a good time for them to call to book a time with you guys.
At least a month ahead of time.
Okay,
Because right now, April, May, and June, July, August are all filled on Saturdays.
your Saturdays are all gone.
All done,
Are
yeah.
there any Fridays open right now?
Fridays and Sundays.
So Saturday is the big day.
Mhm.
Okay, and the facility like this, how many people can you comfortably hold here?
About 2:30.
230.
We also have the pole barn out there. We can hold as many as
What did you want to bring?
bring, yeah.
Because you got the
Or
outside.
500 out there.
Yeah.
I know off camera we were talking, Linda, about different events that you want to have here, just low-key, like the dart tournaments, pool leagues. So you guys are working on that.
We're
offering
working
that
on
too.
that now, working on that.
So it's a good time for anybody watching this. If they're a pool player and they
Yeah.
want to form a league for
Yep.
next year,
Yep.
you guys have an opening,
Yes.
Yes.
which is excellent. Dart leagues too. You want to get involved
Yep.
with that. And I guess you'd also mentioned that you have like beach volleyball available out there.
Yeah.
And there's a big tournament coming up this summer.
We want to do a league. They want to do a league and
It's a
have a
league,
tournament.
actually?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And how many teams do you think you might get for that?
I'm not really sure. I don't remember how many they had last year, but they had a good turnout for it. So they were really looking forward to having it again this year. So we want to follow through.
And then you have the pole barn out there, and I assume that there's a bar out there too?
Full bar.
Full bar, yeah.
Full bar, okay. So if they want an outside event, they can do that
We have a
also.
quick draw out there also.
Quick draw
Pull
out there,
tabs.
inside, outside.
We have weddings out there right now.
Outside weddings too.
Yeah. We had the first one booked May 19th. so,
The wedding and the reception?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, okay. That's really cool. So what do you want to tell the folks about the VFW? I mean, how long has it been around? How long has this charter been here?
You can look at the first commander up there, I think it was Smiley left.
With Smiley?
Right here.
I don't know if Calvin can get that.
He was the first, I think he was the first commander here, wasn't he, Ken?
Yes.
So in 71.
Yeah.
Wow, 41 years ago.
Yeah, this charter here.
Right, and then I can see, I think Willard took out after him in 74.
Yep.
The
George Philbin.
Willard was here earlier, but I think he was a little camera shy. He left us
Yeah, he comes every morning, just right around.
just to check
Yeah.
up on everything. So who's the current commander now?
Right now, it's Don DeMars, he's acting commander. We gotta have an election here in April and appoint new officers.
Okay, and now within the VFW, is that you have a certain role, then you just automatically move up to that role, or do people get nominated to?
People get nominated.
They're nominated for that position.
You go by chairs, you go by junior vice, senior vice, then commander.
Okay. Now, are there any other? You got junior, senior vice, and then commander. Are there any other roles or titles below
Oh,
that?
we have a
Adjutant, chaplain,
quartermaster.
quartermaster.
Okay.
Yep, trustees.
All right. And are you getting any new members coming in now?
Yes,
Yeah, we
we've
have.
had
I would think.
quite a few.
Quite a few come in.
I would think with the Afghanistan war and the Iraq war.
Yeah, we have to get out and push a little more, see if we can get more there. There's some around here. Don't even actually know what the VFW is about.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Do they even know? I mean, you know there's a VFW, but
No,
do they even really know what it's all about?
no, it's all about comradeship, getting together, having meetings.
Well, it's a fraternity.
Yes,
And, I mean, you guys have a bond that other folks don't have. I mean, what you guys have done over the years, going to foreign lands, I mean,
right.
to me, I'm sitting with real life heroes here, you know, I mean, you guys are the heroes of the world,
Ken was great, I was Vietnam.
okay?
Linda, I don't know where she was.
I was nowhere, sorry.
Linda was a supportive patriot.
That's right.
That's right, a
I
supportive
was.
American, you know, so, I mean, obviously, we appreciate all that you guys have done through the years, and currently, I mean, it's because of you guys that we have our freedoms right now, and I think it's awesome that the veterans have a place to come to share that bond with each other, and yet to be good for the community, on top of that, on a local level. And, you know, we call this talking business, and even though you have your own fraternity, it still is a business. And you look for the local support for the weddings, to come
Right.
support on a Friday afternoon, have a perch fry or whatever, because that money helps sustain you to keep this organization going.
Oh, yeah, we keep them coming. That helps the veterans and veterans. If they have a function going on here, it's free to the veterans. So that helps out a lot too.
Oh, absolutely, it does. Is there anything else you do beyond the boundaries of this building for your veterans?
Oh,
Do you give,
yeah.
do you give rides to places if they need, do you help them to the the VA?
Ken,
Yeah, we had a van, and right now it's not working. So, but we do go, give to different organizations, and we help the
Libraries,
school
Dictionaries.
dictionaries,
Yeah.
Baskets,
food baskets, yeah.
So, I mean, everybody benefits locally.
Mhm.
And, you know, I know you've had jamborees here
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
benefits, yes.
Benefits
yeah.
like that, yeah. Now, I noticed coming in here, there was a little change when I drove up here, that something was missing that has been here for as long as I can remember. If you want to kind of expand on that a little bit.
Well, the house was,
Beyond repair.
beyond repair is right, yeah, way beyond repair, and it was time to go. It's causing problems between the members of renting it and stuff like that, so,
I mean, it hadn't been utilized in a long time.
yes. And we finally decided that we'd destroy it, get rid of it,
Well, it definitely opens up this beautiful building.
yes.
We hope to have a monument out there
Yeah, we
someday
want
Oh,
to
nice.
put a monument out to
for our veterans.
veterans.
Yeah, that'd be a nice spot to have it. A really great idea. Now, inside this building, do you want to kind of just show us around what you have here so the folks here can see what we have? So, I mean, obviously, this is a pretty big bar, as I'm looking at right here.
It is pretty big.
We got a full kitchen back there.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to take a walk out
Well,
there.
we can take a walk around and just kind of,
Big dining room, you know.
and as you can see, Calvin is taking a shot of the entryway here, and there's a electronic dartboard, and just in front of Calvin, it's not on the camera yet, is the foosball table, and behind him is the pool table. And the reason we're pointing this out is that this is definitely open to the public, and they're open Thursday through Sunday. And this in the month of March, they're open on Wednesday also. And I noticed they had mentioned earlier that they're in the process of getting new machinery in here, and you have the jukebox over there. So it definitely is a very family-friendly operation that they have here. And so this is kind of the area where the game room is and stuff. And as he's panning across, you can see that he had the full-length bar. I know we had it a little bit earlier.
I'm going to interrupt you. What do you know about jukeboxes, Joey?
Well, Calvin, I'm surprised you bring that up, but you probably recall some guy named Orville Tremblay used to have machines in the bars and stuff, and the old jukeboxes, we had a lot of those in our garages at times as they're going in between the different establishments. So, yeah, I kind of have a fond memory of the old jukeboxes. You know, now they have them, it's all digital, but back then you put the old record in there, and it was, yeah, you get one song per side. And then, of course, going to the pool table, that's how I learned how to shoot pool. Was my dad had pool tables in the garage, and as kids you played pool. So so that's how I was brought up. So yeah, that's how I know, Calvin. Thanks for sharing that with the community.
My father ran the Twin Bridges over here, and he had your father's machines in here.
Well,
in the old Twin Bridge.
Well, you know, it's funny that you bring that up, Ken, because I was born here, but they were living at the Twin Bridges running it.
Uh-huh.
That was back in 1961?
Mm-hmm.
That was so there's a little history there for me. So it's a little sentimental feeling coming back here to the Twin Bridges,
Right.
because obviously I grew up in Perry's Mills, and then this is where I was born, not born, but my parents lived here when I was born in Plattsburgh.
Right.
And so yeah, the old white building,
Right.
oh yeah, has some really fond memories for me to do this interview. So thanks for bringing that up.
My grandmother had them too. My grandmother was Nora Pickering. She ran the chicken coop in Ross's Point back in the 50s, and she always had Orville for, you know.
For the machines, yeah.
Machines,
You know, I remember my poor dad, he'd have to go out 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock, the machine is down and stuff, and he told us, you guys, don't ever get in the machine business. So we never did. We'll leave that to, with the Valley Vending. Yeah, they seem to be the big ones around here, but you guys are thinking of going that way, I think you had mentioned
We're getting
earlier.
an ATM in here too. Kenny called today on it to be put in here, so.
So you have an ATM coming in too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is obviously very handy, and when people are out trying to have a good time, they need some cash. And then, how many people can sit over here? That we have like the side area here. I know you said total 230.
Yeah, around 200.
Now, have you ever had like two parties at one time going on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do
Yes.
lots, one inside and outside.
Okay.
You can also have two in here, because these doors right here close right up.
Oh, so this does shut up
Yeah,
right
it shuts
here.
right up, you can have a party over there and one over here too.
Okay. I never realized that you
Yeah.
could do that there. Now, who is the, now Linda, I know you run the bar and stuff, so who's the master chef of all this food making and stuff? Would that happen to be you?
No, definitely
No,
not
no,
me.
okay.
We do have a cook, Jamie Dubois is our cook, and we also have another cook that fills in part-time, Brian DeCoste. And we also have the helpers here. These guys are, and their wives are in the kitchen constantly while the meals are going on. They're there prepping and everything, so
And
it's a group effort.
It's a group effort. So the membership basically signs up to donate their time to help out in the big events that come up? Or is it pretty much the same group all the time?
There's a lot of them that help, but
Yeah.
Kenny and I are here most.
But they've got the ladies coming in now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're having this
Corned beef and cabbage.
corned beef and cabbage, St.
Patrick's.
Patrick's.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, they're putting that on. And they're also, we got a
Spring raffle.
spring raffle coming up, and they're going to put it on the dinner after the raffle, the ladies. And we're trying to get them more involved again.
Of course, St. Patrick's Day is Saturday, and the reason I'll say that now is because Calvin does post this on Plattsburgh.com and HometownCableNetwork.com. It'll probably be on tonight, if not tomorrow. So it's as close to live as you can possibly get, and of course, it's put on the Access channel. So I'm mentioning that this Saturday, the 17th, you do have the corned beef and cabbage, and there will be people that will see this before then, so that's why I'm mentioning that now.
Noon to 8 o'clock, and the Busco Bandits, we play in here from 4 to 8.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you, so noon to 8, Busco Bandits are from 4 to 8. And, you know, the VFW is about giving back, and obviously these gentlemen have given back tremendously to this country with their service overseas. But Calvin, his mission is the history of our area. And Calvin has been doing this for 27 years. Calvin, have I got that right? Or did I mess it up again?
27 and a half.
27 and a half. Okay, so I messed it up again.
Sounds like
But
a kid.
but 27 and a half years, and he is capturing the history of the North Country, and on every show that he does, and this here will become hometown memories too for your families, to your friends as the years go on. And so I want to take this time to appeal to support Hometown Cable. If you can send a donation to 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, 12919, in care of Hometown Cable. If you've never given before and you like what you're seeing, whether you're seeing on the Access channel or on the internet, Calvin, this is how Calvin makes his money, makes his living, I should say, and he has to pay for the Access channel, he pays for the equipment, he pays for his gas to go to these organizations, and it's viewer supported, it's business supported, there is no state funding, there is no federal funding, and Calvin is a jewel of the North Country for what he has done all these years, and that has come to pass as the years have gone by. And so if you can give a donation to Calvin, and if you're a regular donor, Calvin appreciates that. And you know, there are people that give $12 a month. There are some that give once a year. And if you can support it, and business support, and I know the VFW is very good about supporting Calvin with advertising. You know, I see your ads all the time on there, and hopefully you see a benefit of that, and it's helping your membership, or when you're promoting one of your fish fries or the corned beef and cabbage. I see those on there too. So businesses, if you're seeing this too, please support Hometown Cable. And you can go to HometownCableNetwork.com or Plattsburgh.com. You can pay through the PayPal account. But this is an appeal to preserve North Country memories, and we're hoping that this show might compel you to do that, and that you appreciate what Calvin's doing here for the North Country. So I thought it'd be a good segment to talk about that, because you guys are all about giving also.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, is there anything else that you can add to what you guys do here for the community? I mean, obviously you've said a lot right now, but have we missed out on anything?
Well, I can't think of anything. You can?
Not right now.
Okay.
We will after you leave, probably.
Well, that's how it normally works out here. Calvin, do you want to add anything here?
No, I think we covered it.
We pretty much covered everything. Well, this is another edition of Talkin' Business, and Calvin and I, we do this once a week, trying to highlight a local business or organization to let people exposure, to let you know that you're here and what you're offering to the local folks. And if you'd like to be on this show, just give Calvin a call. It's 298-HOME, home. I don't know what those last four digits stand for, Calvin. What are they?
4663.
4663, 298-4663 or 298-HOME. Give Calvin a call. We'd love to showcase your business and expose you to the North Country because we want to have local people supporting local people. And until the next time, I'm Joey Trombley for another edition of Talkin' Business. And I know we signed off, but before we signed off, I asked Dave if there was anything else we wanted to add, and we said no. And he said once we shut the camera off, we would think of something. Well, lo and behold, we thought of something. And Calvin has taken a picture of the old VFW, and it was,
Not the VFW.
or I mean the old
Twin Bridges.
Twin Bridges. Yeah, the old Twin Bridges. And they, of course, they tore that down to put the VFW in. But we were talking, of course, there's one bridge over there now, but there used to be two bridges over there, and that's why it was called the Twin Bridges. There were double bridges. And while we're talking about that, Linda, you had mentioned something about the auxiliary.
Yes, we failed to mention that the auxiliary is going to be really active in the club here now, and they're hoping to do some catering. They're ready for it, and they're going to, hopefully after the Lent season's over with, they may be putting on some spaghetti dinners and something to draw the public in. So they're really excited about that. So.
Okay, excellent. So there's another opportunity for people to take advantage. And then, Ken, I know you're coming up here and you wanted to add something to the
Yeah,
photo here.
my father ran that Twin Bridges for 10 years.
No kidding?
Yes, yeah. Russell, Pete,
Russell, okay.
yeah, and Isabel.
Yeah, and then, of course, my dad had machines
Yes,
in that
yeah.
building.
My mother was famous for her chicken in a basket.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, they used to come here from all over.
Chicken in the basket.
Yeah,
You're making me hungry here. Just talking about that. That's going back some time. Huh?
yes.
So you obviously have some very fond memories of the old building.
I used to bar there once in a while. Yeah.
So that I'm sure the inside is just ingrained in your mind. That whole
Oh,
every
yeah.
room in that building.
Yes, and there was a hotel there too, was added on to that building right there, and a liquor store.
And what year was that torn down?
70-something.
It was in the early 70s.
Yes, yeah,
And then is that when this VFW came in at that time? Well, it had to be
71.
71 is
Smiley.
because Smiley's up there, so it was probably torn down in 70 or so.
Yep,
Yeah, quite a bit of history there.
yes there
And
is.
I think you mentioned too that if you look at that building was pretty much right on the road, right?
Yes, it
There wasn't
was.
a lot of parking.
No,
So if you had to come in just
sideways.
sideways to it.
Or to the other side, or to the end of the building, then there was parking there.
Now, did the Twin Bridges, did they have all this land, or was that, did the VFW have to buy additional land to add on to this?
No, Twin Bridges only owned over to there. This was owned by Mina Hebert.
Okay,
They were the original ones that built this place,
I see.
the Twin Bridges.
Yeah, okay.
And this was a cow barn.
This
This-
this
yes.
building was?
Yeah.
That was the old farmhouse, yeah.
Yep.
That was the milk house out there, that front part.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So you didn't put this building was here, you just redid
Just,
it?
right,
Oh, wow, okay.
yeah. Put steel beams up over the top here, and they dug everything out. There was cow manure and everything in here.
Well, I remember years ago, I came to a wedding here, this would have been early 80s, and actually they had the reception upstairs. Of course, I know it's closed off to the members now.
Yeah,
But in the early days, they had receptions held upstairs.
they did.
You just jogged my memory on
Yeah.
that one. Wow.
Joey, if anybody needs wheelchairs, crutches, any of that stuff, we got a lot of it.
Okay.
You know,
Motorized.
motorized wheelchairs, we an awful pile of it.
Okay. Now, is this for VFW members and their families?
No.
No, anybody can come get
For
it.
anybody, if they have a need for it?
Yes.
We got way too much of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, folks, and I'm glad we came back on camera here because this is some good information for the folks to know.
It's anybody's in need of stuff, instead of spending money, which maybe they can't use or do, we have it here, free.
Nice.
We've got everything up there, walkers, potties, beds, with 3 electric beds. We got 5 or 6 motorized wheelchairs, and I don't know how many of the regular wheelchairs, but
Yeah.
about
I think-
18, 20 sets of crutches, and there's a lot of stuff upstairs.
I got a feeling you're going to get some takers on this one once people see this on air here.
Good.
Great.
Because, yeah, what a great service
Yeah.
for you guys to be offering that.
We got stuff loaned out right now,
Mm-hmm.
so,
Yeah. So they use it and they bring it back when they're done?
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
the only
Anybody
stipulation.
can come get it, they don't have to be a member.
The only stipulation is they got to bring it back when they're done?
Yes, yes.
You can't get any more fair than that.
I hope not.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Calvin, anything else before we go off the camera for the last time?
We're done.
Dave, Ken, Linda, anything else?
No, we're good.
Okay, we're good. All right, everybody, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.